Hello and welcome back to Crew 42's coverage of the River City Open of 2025, presented by Discraft. We are here for our MPO Lead Card in Round 2 at Earl Brewer Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My name is Zach O'Haron, and on the commentator's mic, I still got this guy, Frank Smith, with me in this round. How you doing?
I'm doing well, just as good as I was the first round.
Nice.
And the first half of this round.
And you were doing pretty good then, so
I was doing pretty good.
I'm jamming with that.
Yep.
If you haven't already, please consider liking, subscribing, hit that notification bell for future events. Taking a look at the front nine, frustration in terms of what they probably want to have done at this point.
Definitely. I think a lot of these guys left a lot of strokes out here. I think bouncing back from the wind today, no wind yesterday, wind today, it can't be an easy correction because you want to throw the discs that you did yesterday that you shot well on, but it's just not going to work.
It's not going to work that way. And we are going to have wind for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
Because there's no trees.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Michigan. You're windy, you know.
It's just what happens here.
We got Nick on the tee first. See, this looks flipped over.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to be checking the trees in the background for wind gauges. It looks like it's a headwind here.
It does. I think it's a little left to right as well.
How much harder is this hole with a headwind?
Oh my goodness, it's awful.
How is that hyzering so? How stable is that disc?
I think that's a juggernaut from Innova. I do think that's a juggernaut. I think that's what he throws in that case. And I might be wrong there, but I know he's got some beef discs in there.
You know, we filmed a guy at Nats a few years ago who bagged like 6 discs, and they were like maxes. All of them were, and he threw like thumbers and big flexi forehands all the time. Him and Andrew got to get together sometime.
They got to hang out sometime.
Yeah, figure out what's in their bags.
Honestly, surprised by Austen that he went so high there.
I think he's getting a bit of a wind bounce with the headwind. Maybe,
possibly.
You know, Austin's talked with Nick a little bit about how one of the things he's still working on with big wind push.
See the wind there.
He's trying to work on his game is angle control. So if he's struggling a little bit to keep the angle where he wants it, as soon as it gets out of the opening, if it's nose up a little bit, poof, there it's going to go up the hill.
Right.
With that headwind. So I would imagine that was mostly a contributing factor. And he's got a softer putt.
Yeah.
Do you think that favors him out here?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Not in this wind.
I agree. I think that he'll never have a comeback putt that he won't be able to make.
Exactly. You know, this hole specifically, in my opinion, is the hardest putt to make on the course.
Oh.
And I say that because hole 13, the elevated basket.
That's the hole I thought of.
Yep. Is not one that people choose to run. You can't lay up a 25-footer on this hole.
Gotcha.
Can't. But you can lay up a 25-footer on the elevated basket.
The elevated.
And so I see so many people skip this off of the cage, skip it off the top. Oh, man.
Okay, someone's got to talk to the disc golf gods and help pay whatever debt Nick has, because he's done that
this is awful.
3 times
this
already.
Is so sad to watch. I'll be honest. I've said this to a couple people. That hole is my nemesis hole. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. And so maybe it's just the mojo around that basket specifically.
Maybe.
But
we'll have to come out and
we'll test it.
Put some sage around it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, hole 10 might not be good for you, but hole 11 is good for nobody.
Yeah, nobody likes this hole. A lot of these guys are going to be throwing the hyzer.
Oh.
Some of them choose to throw flat, a little to the right. And this is what happens when you throw flat and you grip lock it. I think Austen is also going flat here as well, trying to just split the uprights into the headwind. I think that...
At what point or what strength of wind do you start considering laying up?
Anything over 20 miles an hour.
Okay.
And
I think it's a reasonable number.
Yeah, I mean... This hole,
because a tailwind, you go for it, right? A headwind 20, I'm going to start thinking about laying up maybe forward like a Firebird or something, Raptor, something like that.
Yep.
Because
you don't
missing the Mando is real easy at that point.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you miss the Mando, that upshot, that putt, you're 80 feet, and it's not easy.
Right.
You're putting into the wind. It's slightly uphill. I see a lot of movement on the putts.
Gavin, honestly, fairly fortunate to not be missing the Mando there.
Right.
Gets a little tickle from the tree and branches over there, and he's going to stay short. Chips it around the corner right next to the basket. Nick, who is short off the tee, getting a drop zone putt, a couple steps closer.
He is just like 2% off. If
Yes.
that. It's just so close. We've seen 3 or 4 of those circle 2 putts be right off.
It's frustrating when you have 3 70-30 split putts.
Yep.
All miss the 30.
Yep.
Right? If you miss 3 50-50 putts, you're kind of like, man, like
Right.
maybe it was a little too high. Maybe it was a little too whatever.
Right.
But when you're like, this one
That should
will
stuck.
stick in 70%
Yep.
or maybe even more, and I hit the 30 once, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's unlucky. You do it again. Oh, can we
This
not
is
today?
tough.
Third time, you
Yeah.
got to start fighting that
Yeah.
emotion. Like, this
Oh.
is despair. And
Yeah.
like,
When you feel like the course is against you, it is so difficult to get your head, in the right space because you just feel like you can't win. And speaking of win, this hole is probably the easiest birdie with this wind.
it's tail.
Yeah, this
Should
is-
be.
This should be a win for
Before
all
the
the
swirl.
guys. This should be a win for all the guys. You throw your 7-speed, your 8-speed right up the gut. Nice tailwind. It's gonna push a little left, and you should have a putt.
All us AM3s grabbing a 13 speed, feeling bad about ourselves right now, but sure.
This looks a little early. Not bad spot. He's 20 feet, tailwind putt, little downhill.
I think the mistake you have to avoid is getting into that tree early. You got to make sure you leave it space out right. The OB really, you see it on the tee
Yep.
pad, but it's not
It's not
actually in
play.
the way.
It really is not.
And the only way it's even potentially going to be in play is because you threw something flippy.
Right.
And it's like, if you're throwing flippy over to the right, you already messed up.
Yeah,
Like, let's
that's
not do
the
that.
play. Austen, I think this is a vulture. He threw this really well yesterday. It's looking like he did it again today. This hole really is pretty straightforward. You throw straight to overstable with your, 79 speed.
It's amazing how some holes increase exponentially in difficulty. Hole 10 becomes
Yep.
near impossible.
With the wind.
But hole 12 becomes infinitely easier
Yeah.
with the tailwind because it assists you. Is that something you game plan for once you start getting into the wind on this course, where you start thinking, oh, with this, 12, I need to, 12 is gettable, 16 is now gettable, whatever, right? Is that something that pops in your head, or is it something you're just kind of taking hole by hole?
It's hole by hole.
Okay.
I think if you game plan for wind, you try to expect something that's not, consistent.
Sure.
So if you play for the tailwind and you walk up and you got a crosswind, then
You start all over.
exactly.
Right.
So hole by hole, that's where experience is going to help. A lot of these guys that have played this course plenty of times before are going to be better off than newbies who are play this couple
Since
times.
2015, Great Lakes Disc has been supporting players at all levels, from local leagues and events to professional disc golfers on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Visit GreatLakesDisc.com to learn more.
Do you change your bag at all when you obviously guys have seen the weather report going into today. Do you change your bag where you say, I'm going to take, I don't think this disc is needed, or do you commit to whatever your bag is and
Yeah.
then change your game based on what's available in the bag?
I commit to the bag.
Okay.
Some people change.
Sure.
I commit to the bag. I think I have enough variety in my bag that the wind is not going to affect it.
Sure.
I just rely on 6 other discs instead of my main 6,
Right.
So Gavin's been throwing this all weekend.
Great shot.
Works great. I love that disc. I think it's an Onyx.
He is going to be on the
The windy
headwind
side,
side of that putt.
Right.
This is
looks
high again,
He
Austin.
did this yesterday, and he's hoping for dirt. No skip. Can't complain.
Twice or it's luck, and apparently
Yeah.
it's not luck.
It's not lucky. That's the game plan. We'll see Nick taking the same line. This looks a little wider than Austin's.
How scary is that? As this, we see, dirt patch there.
Yep.
As we see it hyzer, how scary is that for you? Because the basket's blind.
Right. You cannot see the basket from the tee. I know it looks like you might be able to. You can't. As soon as you see that disc pushing left when you release it, you just get scared because that bush on the left is so close. It's circle one. It's probably 25 feet at its closest spot. We see Andrew here at about 50, looking straight at the bush. I would never run this. I would be
Really?
surprised. I would be surprised to see him run it. This is why. It looks like it's sat, but you're looking right at the OB. I know he's had a frustrating round, so there's
Yeah.
probably not a lot of loss there for him to go for it.
And Crosswinds are going to be difficult here. Austin's going to come up a little short. Andrew here with a chance to save par. A little farther than maybe he wanted. And that's not going to catch either. He's going to find himself a little off on that putt. Here we have Nick able to get the birdie. Fantastic one from him.
Gavin about the same distance.
Nicely done.
Nothing to it. You know, you're not complaining about a par on this hole.
I agree.
I think you are complaining about a 4, though.
Sure.
You're sad because, you know, you had the chance for the 2.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I think it depends on how you get the 4, right? If you leak barely in OB and you take a 4,
understandable.
It is what it is. But I mean, it feels like Andrew's been close to having a great round.
Yeah.
And the putter's really kind of like
it's just
left him down, right? Yep. And I think it really does stem all from hole 1. He's stepping onto that hole, green, 25-footer, air ball.
Right.
Gets another 20-footer, air ball. He's
it's just
having,
mental. It's a mental game at that point.
He's now having to fight his own mental battle just to be able to give himself opportunities. Right. And every time now when he misses a tee shot that he doesn't want, now he's compounding that mental battle. And so it can be very difficult.
Yeah, I played with Andrew first round, and he, as you know, he shot 12 down first round. He actually missed 3 or 4 circle 1 putts that round too. He had the chance to do something special, and it was about hole 5 or 6, and he said something to me about his putting, and I was like, dude, you're a good putter. It's all in the head, and he started knocking down putts. Not to say that I helped him in any way, but I think he just started relying on consistency rather than thinking through everything.
Sure.
And you could just kind of see that nothing's working, and so he's thinking through everything. It's just trying to make something happen here.
And when you try to do that, in some sports you can try to force things sometimes.
Yep.
In disc golf, it feels like if you force something, you have to change your form, which gave you success in the first place, to even have that shot. And we see here, not a lot of thought on the tee shot there, just rips one there, and he's in circle on one of the most difficult
challenging
holes.
Tee shots.
Because this is a headwind, not the tailwind that you want. All right, we didn't get the crosswind that we were hoping for.
A left to right on this hole is beautiful. If it's right to left, you can throw super wide. It's just fun.
I would argue with the new OB that left to right is problematic.
Oh, you can just blast something stable and it doesn't ever move left. Just throw your really piercing drive, almost like what Andrew did. Andrew did it really well. Threw something on a little bit of turn.
Because he's leaving it low.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, if you're going the low line, you like the left to right. If you're going high, right to left is nice.
Because you can bury something over into it and give it time to come back.
Exactly. Nice birdie from Andrew. That's a good bounce back.
Spectacular birdie from Andrew there, as well as Gavin.
This hole is probably the hardest to birdie when the wind gets, when
it's really swirly, Hole 15, though, this one is probably the most sheltered hole on the course. Yep. If anything, in my experience, I think we have a little more headwind than we have tailwind usually in this example. Based on what we are seeing, it should be more of a tailwind, which could favor the forehand power players. We'll have to see what Andrew and Gavin go with.
Yeah, this is such a hard shot in a tailwind. It's such a hard shot for a backhand. I mean, that's so good. It looks like a turnover. It's not, because he's throwing the force over into a tailwind, which is trying to flip that up. It's trying to send that OB long.
Which means he's throwing something much flippier than he normally does or on an angle that he doesn't normally plan on.
And we just talked about Andrew throwing the backhand. He throws the forehand, and now Andrew and Gavin are both inside of 10 feet. So
deal.
I wonder if Nick's going to have a hard time on this one, too.
No,
something tells me.
Well, I think Nick throws it higher.
Oh,
that's a bad break. So Nick throws it higher to truncate some distance here. Because if he goes low or a little lower at it, he'll go deep.
Because that's the venom he's throwing.
Right.
Okay.
So if he goes higher, it truncates distance and usually lands in there. Because of the tailwind there, I think it left him early, and which was why he got the knockdown. Yep.
He still should have a look from in there. There's a lot of gaps.
And there's a pocket over there on that right side. He can see the basket. It's a little obstructed.
I think it's just a hyzer putt. Yeah, it looks like he had a clear gap, but
just over the top of the basket.
A little high. You can see he's just he's tired. It's not gone his way today.
Yeah, it's I mean, you shoot 12 down once.
Yep.
You're, what is he, 3 down
3
on the
down.
day right now.
Yeah.
And he should be 6.
6, right.
Like, I mean, there's a 70% chance
Right.
he could be 6 down right
Definitely.
now. And, like, we are looking at the leaderboard on our stats on our end, and we know where people are going to end up.
Yep.
But, like, that's the difference between I'm feeling great, let's go into the last 3 holes
Right.
and really pad a
Right.
lead or
Right.
challenge a leader, and now, man, I just need to get a couple to, like,
Yep.
stay in the mix because I'm struggling. 16 struggled with the tee shot, saved it with a good putt.
Yep.
Austin struggled with the tee shot, went OB.
Yep, missed the putt.
This
No,
is
he did.
he went OB.
He went OB. Did
And
he
then-
make the putt?
No,
No, he did not.
Zach made the big putt.
Zach made the big putt.
Zach made
yesterday.
the big putt.
Go watch that. That was awesome.
That was nasty. He was doing his best Sam Smeagol
Yeah, he
impersonation.
was. Here's that Onyx. That's a stable disc. Gets pushed down by the wind. I'm guessing it's a left or right. If I had to take a guess, probably left or right. And you're going fairway driver here. Little low, but that wind might hold it up enough.
I'm trying to put my internal compass on right now. Yeah, if anything, it'll be left to right,
left to right.
slight tail.
Yep.
Which is what I would imagine they're experiencing, which normally wouldn't be a problem, except we've added that OB line on the left. So if you
Right.
leave it short, you can find yourself some trouble.
Ooh, yeah.
Good stop.
That's going to be a tricky putt. Should be a tailwind putt.
You know, we're talking about people struggling in the wind. We keep saying that. Gavin, on the other hand, doesn't care.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be affecting Gavin at all.
He is just like, nah, I'm just going to birdie everything and prove y'all wrong.
And this is that same thing Nick did yesterday. And the
Austin
worst-
did it.
Well, yeah, but Nick was barely safe.
Oh,
Austin
yeah,
did it.
yeah.
Nick did it yesterday too. Let's see if he can make the putt again.
And that's a tough putt.
This is just hurting. at
And
this
less
point.
frustration about missing that putt and
Right.
more frustration of being like, why am I leaking this so far right?
Why am I even there in the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's an adjustment because of the OB on the left.
Yep.
Where you used to throw a Raptor low.
Right.
And, oh no, I missed a little early and it flares left.
Yep.
Well, now there's OB there.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
if you don't push far enough, you trickle into it. So I'm going to throw something a little flippier, a little higher, try to get into the green.
Yep.
And it's not working out right now. So he's
Right.
going to need to make an adjustment if he wants to
Yep.
score on this hole in the future. And again, seeing 2 people now on our lead card, feature card,
Right.
get OB on that 16-17 line,
Yep.
a little surprising.
It is a little surprising. I don't think that's ever been the line that I've even considered going over.
Sure.
I've missed left before,
Yeah.
but yeah.
2 par 4s to wrap up our round. This wind should be difficult. It's going to be on more on the headwind side of
Yep.
it. This is going to play an impact on how this hole is played.
This forehand becomes a lot scarier.
Yes. I mean, what's the disc Andrew threw? The Juggernaut?
Yeah, the juggernaut.
That's all of a sudden going to feel like a better play right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
You need to do whatever it takes to not go OB early because while 18 has more OB that you can trickle
Right.
up your scorecard, this one is harder punishing if you go OB because it happens earlier.
Exactly.
If you go over this road, you advanced 40 feet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And this is the other scary thing. You're now committing to the right side, and that OB comes into play quick,
Which wasn't there last year.
which was not there last year. And so Austin's safe. This backhand is tough. This is a stable disc that he throws. That's got to get down quickly.
Sit down. Oh, it came out
Yeah,
kind of in time.
It came out in time. That'll be fine.
Also, just take a moment because we haven't said this. I haven't said this yet. Big shout out to all the volunteers, the spotters, everyone who's out there, the people who help trim the course. The grass isn't super long.
Yep.
It's shallow, so if you throw it in
Yep.
there, you can find it quick. Big
Yep.
shout out to all the people doing that. And Andrew got the perfect
Ideal spot for sure. This is huge.
This is aggressive, yeah?
Yeah, it's very aggressive. And you were up into those trees is massive. I mean, he's 50 feet past Andrew. So
He's just going high.
Yeah.
It's overstable. I'm assuming a venom of some kind,
Yep.
probably.
see, this is what I love about this shot. Andrew is the
Swing.
furthest one back, but he's going first, and he's honestly in a great spot. The disappointing thing is that he got that a little too low and is now going to roll out into the OB.
And again, this is a hole where,
Yep.
oh, I went OB, but you only went OB and moved forward 40 feet.
Maybe, right. This is also a very, very tricky shot. OB, that right side. Yeah,
Apparently it's easy.
Yeah, Nick did that yesterday. We said that's not the spot to be.
This is the play.
Apparently it is the spot to be. Are we going to see a 3 for 3 here from
Like,
Gavin?
This, like, I'm not crazy to think that this is a difficult shot, right?
It's a tough shot. And
you have to push the OB line.
I take back what I said. It's not a tough shot. This is not a tough shot.
This is the easiest shot on the course.
Yeah.
We've seen 3 people make it look super easy.
Sit down. Okay. Watching these players play this hole, I'm starting to think that backhand might be the play. Because I've seen this forehand go OB yesterday from John.
I think the high OB goes OB if you hit basket level or right.
Right.
And so the low one go OB if you miss the hill.
Yep.
That's the danger here.
Right. We have 2 tap-in birdies from our backhand boys. An unfortunate bogey.
That's absolutely I'm dumb.
Yeah, I guess that's the play.
We'll change our description as we get into round 3 because apparently we didn't understand the assignment. Hole 18, 786. This one has arguably more OB to play involved, but you get to make pretty big advancements if you do happen to it. You mentioned last round it's between 375 and about 450 in that range. With the wind we have today, which is going to be more of a tailish wind, do you want to be on the left side or do you want to push? Are you trying to push past the second bush if you have that power?
I do have that power, and I'm not trying to do it.
Okay.
I think we might see Gavin attempt it. I'm interested to see if he does. He attempted it in round 1 from what I was told. But I think this is still the play. Throw that pushing hyzer. The tricky part about the left to right wind is exactly this. So Austen is in the fairway, but that bush grows up high enough that he's going to have a really difficult approach to the green. I would be surprised to see him even have a putt for birdie from there.
Gotcha.
Now Gavin goes big. He did it yesterday. And it doesn't look like it flipped up enough. There's got to be some ripping wind out there. I was expecting that to be a little farther.
I'm wondering if I'm wondering if it's like a similar disc with more stability just to play safer because I think that in this example, again, it's we're thinking it's a tailwind of some kind.
Yep.
That means if he doesn't give it the right oomph, it's going to hyzer into that second bush.
Yep, exactly.
And he's going to have to take it a lot backwards in order to get the right angle. So maybe just play for position this time instead. We see Andrews get knocked down quickly and early.
Yep. And this is not where you want to be. I'm surprised he didn't take this a little farther back, in all honesty. That's pimped.
Yeah, he is putting move on that, but it is still going.
Yeah, he might have a long putt from there.
I mean, how far is it from that first push to that tree?
I bet you it's close to 500. Yeah. This is a tricky shot. It's got to be flexy. Thankfully, that's Gavin's game. He plays a flex shot better than most people. It's got to sit down.
Come on, curl. It's not going to. It's not going to. Dang.
That hurts.
Yeah, I mean, he's off by very small amount.
This is that overstable putter or mid-range that
it's a zone from Nick.
Okay.
It's an old plastic zone,
okay.
So it doesn't really deviate off of its initial line, even as it beats in.
This is, again, I would be really impressed if he had a birdie putt here.
Because this is pinched.
Yeah, he's committing really wide to that. Yeah. Okay. 45, 50.
I mean, it's so tough with that, even though it's downhill.
Throw it so far and up.
And it's knocking it down earlier. Right. It's not an easy shot.
Nope.
A little short here from Andrew.
Not ideal for the final hole. There are final hole jitters, too. That's a real thing.
I mean, these guys are trying to petition themselves into the best spot possible. Where they know what everyone else is at.
Yeah.
They're the last ones on the course.
Yep.
So they might be peeking the scorecard.
Yep.
Come on.
Goodness, Nick.
Total distance of -1 foot away from having 4 better strokes.
It's so close.
And Gavin also going off top, and he's had
a great round.
He's got 6 birdies on the back.
That's painful.
I mean,
That's
he's
not how you want to end.
executed the back.
Oh,
it's just compounding here. We don't have a lot of context here with some of the wind, but it's still present. And
wind is strong. You can see it in the trees in the back. There you go.
Double bogey for Andrew there to wrap up his round. Not how you want to end it. All these guys just like need to get off the course.
Yeah, just get off, get done.
Par there for Austen.
Good round from Gavin.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see him at the top or close to it.
Outside the one bogey, he had essentially a perfect back nine in a day where people did not have a perfect back nine. And he is going to be leading our card. Austin 2 strokes back, Nick 1 back from that. Andrew really struggled today. The putter just kind of never really formulated for him. And as you pointed out, Gavin's in that hunt. 18 down, tied with, who's this?
Someone with a hot round.
Is that Frank Smith here on the lead? Look at the movement on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
6 people move up to retake the top 6. We've seen that much movement.
Big swings.
Oh, I mean, this is going to be a race. You didn't take a dominant lead. You're tied for lead. It's anyone's race here. Still probably 7 to 8 people who can win it. We're going to have to see who wins it at the
on
end.
A course that's so birdieable.
We'll see you all in the final round, hopefully in just a minute.